a very good evening, everybody, and welcome to All Four Back, episode 47 of season 19. I'm, of course, Chester 430, and I'm joined, as always, by Hadlington. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, all.
And a good evening to Shad. Good evening, sir.
Greetings, everyone.
How are we doing on this fine Friday?
Cold.
Doing very well.
Yeah, very, very cold, wasn't it? I also want to say good evening to Tank as well. Had a little bit of a technical glitch before we started, but thankfully Tank has got everything all sorted out. So it's a good evening to you as well, Tank. Good evening, sir.
And
Good
Mrs.
evening.
Tank.
And Mrs. Tank, yes. I think Tank's using his Mrs. laptop. So there we go.
Saving
We
the
get
day.
everything sorted out. Saving the day. There we go. So on tonight's program, we're going to look back at the league action, the final week of league action that took place last week. We had obviously the final table and everything all done and dusted. We have Shad's Ride of the Week as well, of course, and a look at the final league table. We also have the BGP, SCS, and the BLRC draws tonight. So quite a bumper show to round off the week of action. So without any further ado, we're going to crack straight on with the first match of the week, and that was the Birmingham Wolves taking on the Rye House Warriors. And as you can see there, a dominant win for the Warriors by 59 points to 31. Quite a this is their saying move on. Oh dear. Well, I've got to say, Tank, obviously you're in here, bud. What a win for you guys. I mean, and for yourself, 14 plus 2. I mean, what a night.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Wasn't sure what to expect. Knew we were without Craig. But I knew we'd give him a good go because Cam was looking forward to this one. So it wasn't surprised to see what he'd score. I think that might have been my best score this season as well. And the first time I finished first and second. But you know, as there was no riding on it, it was kind of like laid back, really. But still happy to get 2 wins on the board.
Yeah, I was going to say that the Wolves only had 3 heat wins, all meetings. So you guys pretty much were on fire from the start. I mean, and let's talk about Cam for a second. 21 point maximum. I don't think we've ever seen that before in STS history. I know we've had 20 plus ones before and paid maximums, but to get that 21 pointer, I mean, the lad was on fire.
Oh yeah, he'd been practicing for weeks. I think he'd probably trained for Birmingham over Rye House at one point. But he's been looking forward to it, so it was no surprise. And he was looking for a maximum, but he didn't actually know that I was going to give him 7 rides until literally just before the meeting. So didn't want to put pressure on him just before going in.
Well, the pressure didn't get to him because he got that 21 pointer. So fair play to him. And of course, it's not been the best of season for the Rye House guys. Start of season started slow and then sort of built up as the season progressed. But to get a win like in your last match, I mean, you got to be happy with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And how our season's gone, and you have to take the positives when they come along, and this was positive. We're the first to admit it hasn't gone out it should have done. But in the end, finish off a win and leave our heads held high as much as we can. It's, to go from one end of the table to the other is not great, but that's the way it was in the end.
Well, I say looking ahead to next season, season 20, of course, a lot of talks about what's happening in terms of what's happening in season 20. Is there any sort of things you can say to us that's going to happen, or can you is it all tight-lipped for the present moment?
Not really much at the minute. We are sorting out the captains and who's returning and who's not. But hopefully in the next 1-2 weeks, hopefully can say a bit more. So
we'll soon find out. Hads, I'm going to bring you out if I can, mate. bit of a nightmare for the Wolves as a neutral perspective. This match was pretty much one-sided by the Rye House Warriors. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's actually said. I mean, obviously, there wasn't. Well, I won't say there wasn't too much to race for because, obviously, Wolves. The Postmen could have still overtook Wolves, but obviously we all know that didn't happen. But it's good for Warriors to get that 4-point win, especially Cam. Especially, I think they all got a paid win as well for the Warriors. So yeah, pretty good showing. But I must say it was nice to see Hutty get a race win for Wolves as well. For the effort he always puts in, and yeah, it was pretty much whether the Wolves had just I don't know, took it as a just for either for the averages or for a bit of both, a bit of fun, a bit of just see what happens, and it's what it was really, wasn't it? I mean, Warriors, fair play to Warriors for winning.
Yeah, great way for the Warriors to end the season this year. Of course, going in as defending champions this year, it was always going to be tough for them with the team they had. But to get this meeting win, end of the season, as I said, with Tank, keeps their heads held high, looking ahead to season 20. So our next match we looked forward to that we had last week was if the screen can change very, very quickly. Hopefully, there we go. It was the Plymouth Panthers against the Newcastle Piemen. And again, another close match. This one was a 10-point victory for the home team by 50 points to 40. I'm going to bring you both in if I can for this one. Shad, I'll start with you first, mate. Obviously, being you're the home rider. 12 plus 1 from 6 rides to get a win. How'd you feel?
Yeah, nice 2 wins in a row. I'm quite happy with that. End of the season off pretty well. Up to my average by almost a point. And I only rode in 7 official meetings and 2 as a guest. And I managed to dodge Paul this season. So that probably would have lowered my average a little bit. Yeah, quite happy with the win. It was a good meeting, very close racing. Banter was good. It was a great meeting to be in. We missed Limo. I think we only got about 6 points from rider replacement. But it's good to see Caney back after missing a few weeks with working nights. He couldn't race after 8 o'clock, so we missed him for quite a few meetings. Sky Rider dropped out the day before because he got called into work. We brought Lengo in as a guest. He did pretty well for us actually. Always good to have Lango about. Always does his best. Capesy didn't have his best night, but he made it with his last race. On the whole, happy with the win. Happy to get all 3 points.
And of course, Hadlington, of course, yourself, the mate, 9 plus 2 from your 6 rides. Started off slowly, but then 4 second places, and 5.
And also, can I just add? It's also nice to actually pass Paris in a race for once.
Oh, he is not going to let you let that get you, is he?
And he went and put himself in the grass as well after that. I think he was shocked. He was so shocked that I passed him, he grasped it.
So we hear back the message from Power saying, "I didn't do that." Craig just said, "Well done, Shads," in the chat. But like I was saying, there had 9 plus 2. You got a 5-1 in Heat 14 with Squall. So to end your season on a high with that 5-1, you must be happy with that.
Yeah, it was a good. To be fair, it was a lot better racing than I thought it would be. As Shad said, the racing was very close throughout. To be honest, I mean, obviously we were hoping for a bit better result, but we had to actually message Hobnob at 8 o'clock to guest for us, a last minute guest, so that wasn't ideal. But as Baz was like, yep, straight away, 10-15 minutes practice, banging straight in Heat 1. So thanks for that, Baz. Fair play to you for doing that. I don't think wide replacement hindered us that much, to be honest. I mean, we got 10 points, I think, from wide replacement. It was. So that was pretty decent. But I think a couple of them, Alan, I think in the one I got, I was behind him for. Well, he kept, should we say, blocking me, shall we say, and then I only had like a lap and a half to chase down the ones when we were getting 5-1 and managed to get past a couple of times. But yeah, I think the track was pretty good, and as I was speaking to Shads earlier, I was quite surprised how well that the white bike actually works on Plymouth, which is a bit strange. But yeah, it was a really, really decent meeting. I mean, I think the Panthers, Caney was very good at as well. I think they've missed him at home at times this season because he was very competitive every race. To be fair, as were most of the Panthers. To be fair, I mean Scotty won 4 races. When he gated, he was gone in the ones I was against him. So yeah, it was a pretty good meeting. Obviously not what we wanted to end the season, but it's one of those. We take it as it is, and as we say, it's done. What's done is done now. So yeah, fair play to the Panthers.
So of course, looking into as I said, season 20 with the captaincy going on. Of course, you were a former captain last season. Any sort of inklings of making a return, maybe bring back the Dynamite possibly for season 20, or is it still up in the air?
Well, I was on about the captains, obviously. I haven't been asked about anything to do with captaincy at the moment. So, I mean, if it comes to it, obviously, if it comes to the worst of the worst, I mean, obviously, I will do it if it's the last resort kind of thing, I'd say. But I don't want to be doing it and then just left with nobody. As in, like, I know when Ben Thompson did it for the Brewers, quite late on, he was like basically had no riders. Everybody was already signed up, and you don't want that kind of situation. You want to get into your own team. But yeah, I have heard rumours of quite a few people might want to be captain, shall we say. So we'll have to see what happens, especially with the Norse leaving. Hopefully we'll get enough riders to cover them as a team return and see what happens from there. But at the minute, there is no plans. Well, no plans for the Dynamite anyway, in name. So there we go.
Well, you've heard it at first here, guys. Well, not confirmed as yet, but I think Haddington's is coming to the tapes in season 20. But for where and who remains to be seen. And finally, we will bring on our next match. That, of course, if you're here on when was it? Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. You joined myself and Sizzler on the Discord call. You'd have seen that the Poole Cowboys took on the Hyde Spartans, and this one was a top 2 decider. And see there, the Poole Cowboys winning by 47 points to 43. Thank you, Sizzler. Oh God. Oh, Christ Almighty!
I've just got to say that unexpectedly, you and Sizzler commentary team worked brilliantly the other night. It was really good duo. It's like the odd couple, but you didn't think it would work, but it worked really well. Both done very well. Congratulations to both of you.
Much appreciated. Thank you, Shads. So this match, obviously, it had it all. I think by far the race of the night was actually Heat 12, which we're going to try and hopefully get broadcast in a few moments' time. But what we're going to do first of all, if he's ready, is bring on our guest of the show. He was a part of that meeting last night on Wednesday. Even though he scored 4+3, he had that last heat. His last race was a 5-1 Heat 13, which sealed the win for the Cowboys. He's been on the show before, but he's going to talk us through the result from Wednesday. We welcome in Super Dip. Good evening, sir.
Oh,
How you doing, mate? How you doing? He's happy.
That's one for the car, but still pissed on the champagne, mate.
Oh, brilliant. Well, Dip, first of all, many congratulations for Wednesday night. Just talk us through, because it went right down to last heat decider, and I think that heat 13 that you had obviously rescued the 5-1 that made the boys level. Just talk us through it. Obviously, how not only the season's gone for you, but that match in general.
Well, where did we start? To be honest, I was proper nervous going into the meeting. It's probably the first time I've ever been like that, to be honest. But everything was, I don't know. Do you know what the thing was? I went really well in training, sort of thing. I felt fast and everything, and I don't know what it's supposed to be. Sorry, Tank. I'm blaming your server, mate. That's what I'm blaming. I've got to blame. The other week I can't blame it because it was my fault anyway. If you understand, I had problems. But yeah, like you said, I'm glad we got it done. With Saucier got it finished in Heat 13 to bring it home for us. I was really happy, to be honest. Season wise, to be honest, I'm not really happy.
Oh, really?
In a way, no. How can I put it? I think it's more to do with not really getting on the average sort of thing. It probably them last two meetings what done it for me. Obviously, I had a broken cable in the house with Virgin box. Obviously, was broke sort of thing. I explained that on the general in sort of thing anyway. But I think it was more to do, like you said, that, and it got me down a little bit. That sort of thing. The box get disconnecting. Virgin sent me a new box out. Never found out. Then the guy who come to fix it was one of my mates from Virgin. Said I had a broken mine. That was the problem in the end. I don't think, ever since I've been racing, I don't think I've ever disconnected from a server, ever. And that's something it's something that really got me down, to be honest. I know it sounds a bit of a stupid thing, but when you're in a half-decent form, which I thought I was, to be honest, but like you said, you pick yourself up, you go again, don't you, sort of thing. So yeah, I'm not really happy about, I'd say the season, yeah. I'm glad what I've done at the Cowboys, and like I said, I thank them all for having me, sort of thing. I've enjoyed every minute of it, sort of thing, with the team. It's been absolutely brilliant. I've been putting the shifts in with the training all the time, and I think that's what's key to the success, to be honest with them. And it's another for the boys who are listening. But I think it is, that's a success to it, sort of thing. Obviously, putting your training and getting on there. I was always open, the other lads open, sort of thing. Anything you want to get it and you want to do with a lap, sort of thing, and everything. But with the meeting, like I said, I was nervous, and I didn't say anything about it at the time, sort of thing. I'm telling you now, I was nervous, sort of thing, how it's going to go, sort of thing. And I was getting back to myself again when I was in training, getting out the start and everything, all the rest of it. But on the night, it didn't go to plan for me. But for the rest of the lads, we all brought it home, and that's a good thing.
And so we were looking at the spreadsheet, of course. The Spartans sort of took the lead early on, and they just slowly started crawling it back. And it wasn't until Heat 7 when you guys got actually in the lead. I say what? How's the sorry, my words just gone there. The team spirit in the Cowboys. I mean, you guys have been pretty much on the top pretty much the entire season. I think you only lost one match all year, and that was the North in the Cup, I think it was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But how has it just been riding for the Cowboys this season?
You know what? I've learned a lot of everyone. Everyone in the team encourages you, sort of thing, to what you're doing. Say you're doing something a bit wrong, you're doing something right, sort of thing. Every single one of them, we all gel really well together, sort of thing. Even from the very start, sort of thing. When I joined, and everyone was already in the team, and obviously everyone knows what happened, sort of thing. But absolutely brilliant. I've learned quite a lot of the lads, sort of thing, and can't wait till next year if I'm there or not, sort of thing. Hopefully I am. If Bob's listening, hopefully I'm there next year, mate. But
yeah, go ahead.
I think like you just said, yeah, it's more because of everyone's air trade, everyone's getting together and everything, sort of thing. And the mentality that, I don't know, when you want to win, when you all want to win, sort of thing. I know it sounds a bit stupid, but when you want to win, that's what you want to do. And you're focusing on stuff like that. That's what it was. But I think it's all to do with practice. everyone going in, oh, I can't be bothered tonight, or I can't be doing this. Or I know people working, other people can't get on so whatever sort of thing. But that's the key anyway. You've got to work around them people, haven't you? That's where you've got to do it, I think. But
Yeah.
a lot of it is the success of it is obviously getting the practice in, which I've done a lot, and the team has this year. Well, you can see on the results, put in the work, and then you get the rewards.
Well, I was just going to say that it was also the Pies that beat the Cows as well. So obviously only 2 matches lost all season. But out of the riders that you've had that you've ridden with this season, who's impressed you, like improved the most out of all the riders that raced for you?
Do you mean in the team?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an answer. Do you know what? I say all of them. I can't even pick one out. I say every single one of them. I would say the full lot of us sort of thing. I think we've all. It's like I said. It's not like everyone's helping each other out, sort of thing, encouraging everyone, sort of thing. Even in the meeting, without really scoring, sort of thing. Even in our chat, sort of thing, everyone was encouraging me and everything. Come on, we've got this. You've got this. Even eat 13, me and Sarcier, come on, let's go and finish it. And that's what we've done.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit stupid, sort of thing. It wasn't, oh, no, what we're going to do now, sort of thing. You're panicking. Eat 13, it was just so focused, sort of thing, to get that, try and get that 5-1 sort of thing, to get it over the line and done. That's just what you over and done, and that was it, sort of thing. But with all the riders anyway, like you just said, I can't pinpoint every single one of them, every single rider in the team. And it's a shame next year, obviously, I don't think we can all be together, sort of thing. A few's got to go. I've heard nothing yet. Still looking at me inbox, I've got nothing yet, so I know what's going on.
Oh wow. You got a question for Dip, I believe?
Yeah, evening, mate. Well done, first
Hey,
of
mate.
all.
Thank you very much.
As you mentioned at the start, before, obviously there was a bit of uncertainty at the start of the season.
That's right. Yeah.
With you joining Cowboys, I mean, did it feel any different slotting into the team a bit later on, or did you just go straight in and?
No, it was obviously straight in. There was no. Obviously, we got that issue sorted out straight away, sort of thing. Then obviously off we went then. And as I say, the rest is history, sort of thing. That's the way it's been, sort of thing. And I've really enjoyed my time there. Open my eyes up, sort of thing, to racing. And like I said, it's just not the case of just turning up and racing. It's getting that. How can I put it? It's encouragement for one. Exactly where I'm going wrong, sort of thing. What I'm doing on the track, sort of thing. You can probably notice that with some of the scores I've had as well. I've had double figures at some point in the season, sort of thing. But hopefully now I'm on the right path, sort of thing. Where I want to be, sort of thing.
Good man, good man. I'm saying nothing. You're not seeing my scores. You need a few more booms in there, don't you? That's what you need.
That's it.
Oh no, I'm glad it worked out. To be fair, mate, because at the end of last season, you were brilliant for Dynamite. And you've almost maintained that average again. So, hats off to you, mate. Well done.
Thank you very much. Like you just said, then the average it's dropped down a little bit, not too much, sort of thing. That's what I got told. Well, you mentioned it yourself to me, sort of thing. It's not too much, but I would have liked it a little bit higher, sort of thing. Anyway, but you never know. It might be a still for someone. You never know.
Only time will tell, Dep. Only time will tell, mate.
We will.
Yeah. Shad, you got anything?
No, I was just saying, I don't think you'd have any trouble getting a team. I mean, one thing as a captain, as a previous captain, one thing you want is someone who's available most of the time. You don't find someone up and they either don't practice or they're not available for meetings. But it's people like you, Bags, Hads, they seem to be around all the time, and that's half of the problem is getting riders, especially the smaller squads now. It was okay in the old days when there were squads of 10, and you had 7-man teams. But now you need riders. You need people who are around all the time or most of the time. So that's what a lot of captains are look for. So it's not good signing people with high averages and you think you're going to score points if they're not going to be about.
Yeah.
So I don't think you'll have any trouble.
Yeah.
Keep checking
think
your messages, mate.
I will do. I think as well, it sounds a bit stupid this now. Say you get a few riders there, what a sign the rider because he's doing well, but then you get to the point where you're thinking, or the rider's thinking, well, I don't really like him, so I don't really want to go through his team just because I fit in there. Now, wouldn't it be better for a couple of more options next season where you have a choice? Not say where you want to go, sort of thing, but a couple of choices in that way, if you get what I mean. Something to look at,
Yeah.
maybe. Do you know what I mean? Because if you
Yeah.
say, right, well, you're going there, well, I didn't want to really go there, but it's like you got no choice now. And there's a couple in that team you don't really get on with. If you got this, it's not like I'm saying I didn't. I've got on with all the Cowboys. Like I said, I've had a fantastic season. But maybe this is why some squads, like you said, obviously with the training, or people can't be, oh, I don't really like him, or this sort of thing. Maybe it's something like that to look at, maybe as well.
I mean, there's not a lot. To be honest with you, there's not a lot of idiots in the game now. I mean, most of them are
Yeah,
gone.
yeah,
Didn't hang around. I mean, we've had them in our teams, and they sort of they've caused a lot of hassle, and
yeah,
it just gets you down. You just don't want to race. You don't want to practice.
yeah.
But no,
It's like,
all the people we got this season in all the teams, I've not got a problem with any of them. Everyone get on with everyone. So
Yeah.
we've sort of weeded all the idiots out. Thank God.
yeah. It's like you just said to Chazwell there about the availability of people training, like you said, with the squads. If you have more players joining or players coming back, so you can have a bigger squad. So, you know what I mean? When you get people who can't turn up, and then it's like you're looking, you're thinking, oh, he ain't trained well, or he ain't been really doing this. Does he? It's what people can do on the night, on the days when they're off work or coming home from work and they're knacking in the gap before they're coming on.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, you've got to be very, very careful when you choose your team. You know, signing people that are going to be that like family men. Obviously, you've got family first. That's always going to happen. Not in this household, but in most households.
Oh, brilliant. Well,
Shut the kids out of the room and then piss off back to bed.
I throw mine in the garden, so they're all right.
well, not in this weather, we hope.
Yeah, with the missus as well. She's out there now.
Oh, brilliant.
Joking.
Oh, brill. Well, Dip, it's been fantastic to have you on board, mate. Once again, many congratulations for the victory on Wednesday, and of course, clinching the league title. And yeah, thanks for coming on. Really do appreciate it.
Brilliant. Right, I'm going to finish off packing now and off to Australia to go now, like the rest of the Australians do. Why not? see you all in February.
Cheers, Dip.
Cheers, guys. See you later.
Oh, what a guy. He's brilliant. Yep, everyone loves that Dip, doesn't he? Everyone loves that Dip. So with that being said, we're going to look on the final. The final league rider of the week, which I believe we hand over to Shads for that. So Shads, your final rider of the week.
Our final rider of the week. It was going to be an easy one, and then Toretto put in that 14-point score at Paul the other night with that terrific passing. I think was it Heat 11 against Bobby? He stalked him for 3 laps and then passed him.
Oh, well, I think.
Fantastic. I've got to mention Stephen. He's paid 16 at Birmingham. I think he said that Birmingham was his favourite track. But you can't not give it to someone who scores a 21-point maximum. It'd be stupid of me not to, so I'm going to give it this week to Cam.
There we go. Cam of the Warriors takes the final league rider of the week. Congratulations to Cam. Well deserved. It's a shame he's not here. We actually speak to him, but he's not here yet. I think we'll try and get Cam at some point in the next sort of couple of weeks if we can. But yeah, thoroughly deserved, Cam. Seeing the score that you picked, thoroughly deserved, my good sir. So congratulations to Cam. So yeah, congrats. So that brings us on to the final league standings for season 19. And the table looks like this. So we had in 7th place on 7 points was Rye House Warriors. Joint on 12th on 12 points, but only beating them on points difference was the Newcastle Piemen in 5th with the Panthers in 6th. Finishing on 16 points in 4th place was Birmingham Wolves. 28 points tied for 2nd were the Hyde Spartans, who just didn't do enough to get that extra point they needed to get the 2nd place. That was taken by the Hackney Norse. The Hackney Norse, they were flying all season to start the season. They were getting win after win after win after win, and it was looking like they were going to be league champions. But it wasn't to be, as out of nowhere, taking the win on 33 points, the season 19 champions were the Poole Cowboys this year. Seeing only lost 2 matches all season, finishing on 33 points, clear winners. So the Cowboys go into season 19 season 20 as defending champions. But will they be the Cowboys? Will they be at Poole? Who knows? We'll soon have team building in a few weeks' time. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But apart from that, I had someone bring you in first if I can, make that league table for yourself. Mid-table finish, 5th place. Just obviously tell us how it was, like how you felt.
To be honest, I expected us to be higher than 5th at the start of the season. But obviously it didn't work out and we lost BW after the average change. Obviously we never replaced him. My form was poor. And then we decided to use the other 6 guys. If the 6 of us were available, then that was it. Which Squall did when I was with Dragons as well, in my first season. So everyone gets rides, and he done it obviously against the Panthers. Last week we all got an extra ride. So yeah, that is he's probably the fairest captain, or probably around Squall, to be fair. So, but it was a bit disappointing we didn't go out with a win. Obviously, if we'd have got that win, we could have finished above the Wolves with a 4-point win, but wasn't to be. As I said, we expected us to be higher in the table, but looking at the teams, I mean, you think that Cowboys team at the top there, they actually got a point in every. I don't know if that's been done before. Every league match they've had, they got something from a match. Even when they lost, they got the 1 point losing points twice. So best team won at the end of the day, and the league table doesn't lie, shall we say?
I think Paris might have something to say about Phoenix going through the season. I think they won every meeting.
Paris saying check season 14 had.
Oh, it's that.
I think was that your first season, Had?
It was, yeah.
Wasn't it?
For the Dragons.
At Kent with me, wasn't it?
No, Sunderland.
Is it Sunderland? That's right.
The mighty Sunderland.
Wow.
Undrawn and all wins. Oh, there you go. The Invincibles.
Yeah. Oh, and of course,
something.
Yeah. extra points if Paris can name that team of season 14. I reckon he will. Season 14.
Christ, I could name it. I think I could name it.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, Shad, you came in mid-season for the Panthers. You just about avoided the wooden spoon. There you go, Steph. 101.
Steady on. Just about 5 points. Steady on.
Well, it was looking close. It was looking close to start with, wasn't it?
Yeah. Then I joined. Yeah.
So that 5 points you got was the difference maker.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Sorted. But of course, season 20 coming up. Of course, nothing's been put in concrete as of yet, so still waiting for news of that. So keep an eye on the forum and Discord information and posts and all that jazz. So with that being said, we're going to head on to our break. And when we come back, we're going to look at the final round of the BGP and SCS, and also the draws for the BLRC taking place on Sunday. So stick around and we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. And welcome back to All Fought Back, our final part of tonight's show, where it is draw time. We're looking at the final rounds of the BGP and SCS rounds taking place at Victorville over in America, the final round of the BGP and SCS series. Now, I believe that, Had, you've got there's a few changes for the both BGP and SCS rounds, so would you mind giving those details out?
Yeah, we have Sizzler will be riding in the last round in the GP once again. He comes in for DL Shaw, and that is the only change in the GP we know at the moment. In the SCS, the wild card will be Skyrider. So congrats to Skyrider for that one. And we have Cappy, he's unavailable. So he's been replaced by Alan McNally. And Lango is in for Shulio. And we're just waiting to confirm Westy Boy for Bewitcher.
So those are the changes for the upcoming BGP and SDS. So I believe we have the BGP draw first. So Tank, when you are ready with those draws, let's get this show on the road. So this is the BGP, and first out will be Toretto, goes at number 1. Will we have a similar heat than we had last time? So at number 2 it will be Sizzler. It's Victorville. It is Victorville over in the States. So number 3 will be JC. So JC goes in at number 3.
Joycey,
Joycey.
as Mr. McNally would say.
Now joined in Heat 1
lovely.
by Stefan. So Stefan goes in at number 4. has the potential to win the championship. And his nearest competitor goes at number 5, which is Racer Ryan. So the top 2 in the series, they meet later on in the heats.
That'll be an interesting one because it'll be Heat 20 as well.
Yeah. So number 6 will be Stephen 101. Going in at number 7, it will be Bobby. So Bobby goes in at number 7. Riding at number 8, which will complete Heat 2.
No.
Will be yourself, Hadlington. You're going in at number 8, my good sir.
Never mind.
Confidence.
That won't be happening on that track, sis, trust me.
So, number 9 in his final match, and this is in the BLRC, would be Fakey of the now vacant Hackney Norse. Number 10 will be Squall. So Squall goes in at number 10. Next up at 11 will be Dret Lotka. So Dret Lotka goes in at number 11. These are some big names.
No.
And Craig. Number 12 will be Craig. So number 13, this will complete the Heat 4. So 13 will be Tank.
Unlucky for some.
Powis, Scotty B, and Capesy. Come on, Capesy. Number 14, Capesy goes in, which leaves just Powis and Scotty B.
It's going to be Powis here, number 15. You watch this.
Normally
So
16, isn't he?
Oh, it's not.
Oh, it's Scotty B at 15.
Oh, I've just seen my second race. Oh my days.
We'll have a look at the.
Have you looked at your first race?
We'll have a look at when we get the.
Days.
So Powis goes in at number 16. So that is your draw for the final round of the BGP at Victorville. And let's see the heats. So Hadlington, your first race, Racer Ryan, Bobby, and Stephen 101.
Look at the second one. Heat 8.
Heat 8, say.
Caps, you let me win. You feel sorry for me.
Bring it on, Hads.
Good luck from the outside on that.
Yeah. Apparently this track's going to be a bit of a leveler. Apparently,
a cycle speedway track, innit?
Well, I've never seen it, so I don't know.
You don't want it, mate.
The track needs leveling more. Like, oh dear, it's that bad, is it? Christ.
The track needs leaving. That's more like it, Baz.
It's the closest to polo mint without being polo mint.
Oh bloody hell! Is it really that bad?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You're constantly turning.
Wasn't there a track that was made on STS of a polo mint?
Yeah, it's still there, I think.
Still there, is it? Wow.
I believe so.
Yeah. Now just bring back Telford Ice and Brighton International. Have them as tracks for the Grand Prix.
That's the GP qualifier next year. That is.
What, Telford and Brighton? Oh, great. Winchester, you up for a Plymouth farewell meeting?
Of course he is. Only if you can fence Craig.
If I can get help with downloading everything, then
here.
yeah,
Breaking
That's
news.
something. That's a
I was
closest
keep-
we've been to a Winchester return.
I was gonna keep it until the last podcast of the year, but I will say that I will be downloading the game again
Well done.
Oh, wow.
and then uninstalling it 5 seconds later.
Your message is to be packed with captains wanting to sign you up on your 3-point average.
Are you allowed to get to download Chester or still to get the police approval? Get it done before our farewell meeting, Cat. Before our meeting. No, I think I'm on an SS5. I think.
Yeah, but you'd have a lot taken off because you missed about 10 seasons.
Yeah, 0. Thanks, Sky. This guy saying 0.3. Liam was saying 5 points too many. I think Wolfie told me what my average was to start with, but what my average would have been. So if Chester gets a spot on the Cowboys, he would definitely give one. Alan McNally versus Dan
5.2.
Winchester.
Oh, Alan.
4.29.
4.29. So yeah,
Oh.
once in a lifetime. Oh dear. Well, if it stops you guys from badgering me about it, then I'll just hell, why not? Go for it. I'll go for it. Why
Good
not?
man. We'll even get time to give you a reduction if you want.
Oh dear.
What was your race name, Dan? By the way, what was your race name? Was it
was Dan.
Chester?
That was Dan.
Oh, it was just Dan.
Yeah.
So I'm going to search your history in a minute. That's all.
Oh mate, you ain't gonna look far. Just got season 3 and season 4. Well, part of season 4 because I sort of gave up halfway through.
Yeah. Of course, Paris knows that because he's Stato, isn't he? You know.
Yeah.
There's not nothing he doesn't know. To be fair.
I had the pleasure racing against the Workington Warriors, and that team was, God, that was mental. That team. Yeah. Craig was at his absolute best, and he had like Van Helsing as well. And I think Shads, didn't you ride for I know it was Milton Keynes Warriors, of course.
I was a skipper of Storm, Newport Storm in season 3. Then I got banned halfway through the season by Spook, and then because I wouldn't apologise, he banned me for the whole of season 4.
Spook, bloody hell. That's
So, do you want to tell you why I got banned? Well, apparently I got introduced by him to my now wife in about that time, and it's all going okay. And then we started getting serious, and he was, unbeknown to me, he'd had his eyes on her as well. And as soon as we got serious, he turned against me and got nasty. There you go.
wow. So there you go.
I've not seen him. I've not spoken to him since.
Jeez. Oh wow. Brilliant.
Oh dear.
Anyways, guys, we've gone sort of sidetracked from what we're supposed to be doing. So league table.
What we're doing? Oh yeah.
League table with the BGP. So at the moment, Stefan's in the league on 83 points. Second place was Ryan on 75. It's between the third and fourth, between Stephen and Bobby. Only 4 points between them. Of course, you're looking here. Ryan needs a good meeting. Else Steph's going to run away with it. I mean, to be a champion there. So, but Hads, your thoughts on the BGP table?
Next. No, honestly, obviously it's been pretty dismal for myself, but I qualified, as I said to someone the other day, I qualified, so I'll vote till the end, so I deserve my spot there because I qualified. So it's one of those. Obviously, it's not gone very well. But as for the top and the standings, obviously still not done yet. Can Ryan overcome Stefan? We'll have to wait and see. I think I'm probably going to say at this instance no, but I'd like it to from a neutral to go, especially on that Heat 20. That Heat 20 could be important. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
I think Squall might still be in a bit of trouble if Scotty has a good meeting.
Yeah, there's obviously
he's only 4 points ahead.
The places are still up for grabs there as well.
Whether Scotty will want to be in next year's GP, from what he said to me,
it'll only take a couple of people to have a bad meeting, and someone like Dret Locker to have a good meeting, and even he could sneak in. But we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we know North's leaving as well, if that were to happen. But I think even the bronze position, obviously Stephen 101. Obviously, Bobby's only 5 points behind, in pretty decent form as well. Same as Parrish is only a further 5 of just of that. If he puts a good performance to get together, then there's no reason why he can't finish third, to be honest.
Yeah, and of course, obviously taking place on the same night as the BGP, it will be the SCS. Like I said, the top 8 is pretty much, well, between 6th and 9th. It's still relatively close. So we'll have to see what happens there. So with that being said, we've got 2 more draws to do. So without any further ado, we're going to head on to the SCS draw now. Of course, the SCS title was won last round by Mackinnon, so I'm sure he'll still be around for that. But all still to play for in the SCS. So Tank with the draw. Over to you, my good sir. So here we go.
Yeah,
so
obviously for this.
Yes, go ahead, Chad.
Sorry, obviously you can still see Cappy's name on there. That'll be Alan McNally if that one does come out.
Yeah. So first out of the box will be Mackinnon, the defending champion, or the actual champion for the season. Big Slow Caney goes in at number 2. Next up at number 3, it will be Lango. So Lango goes in at number 3. At number 4, it will be Shads. You go in at number 4.
What does that mean? It means for Gates. What does that mean for Gates?
I think you get 4, 3, 3, 2, 1, I think. So, well, Bewitcher's obviously waiting for Westy Boy to cover for Bewitcher. But it will be Bewitcher / Cam. Sorry, Westy Boy at number 5. At 6, it will be Alan McNally, also taking place of Cappy. Riding at number 7, it will be Wolfie. So the second and third in the standings face off. Well, they would have faced off in Heat 2. Hobnob goes in at number 8. So Ben Thompson goes in.
He got round the centre box.
He always does.
Yeah. As he does. Ben Thompson goes in number 9 there. Number 10 will be Thrax. And then a massive let's go, number 11 for Heppel.
Well, I hockey season started, so I'm not sure if he'll be around.
Oh, maybe.
So at number 12 will be Hutty. At 14 will be Le Sorcier. So Le Sorcier goes in at number 13.
There you are.
14,
Sky.
it will be the wildcard Skyrider. So Sky goes in at number 14, which just leaves Cam and Pompey, the last 2 riders to be selected. Number 15 will be Cam. Which leaves Pompey at number 16, completing the lineup for the final round of the SCS Championship. So, as we look at the draw, Shads, what heat stands out for you the most?
Heat 1, I think. Heat 1. I got up against Mackinnon. Whether Mackinnon would have his slippers on because he's already won the title, I don't know. But I'm
Hang on, Mackinnon drew at 1.
At least. Sorry?
Mackinnon drew at 1. Why is he in?
Yeah, he's in Heat 1, isn't he?
Well, here it's saying his Heat 3. Yeah, order's wrong.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at the spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's got
Mackinnon, K&E, Lango, and Shads.
I got Cam,
Yeah,
Thrax. I got Cam, Thrax, Hutty, and Le Sorcier.
Yeah, that is wrong. I don't know what's going on there.
Looking at the spreadsheet that's live, but not the one on the screen you've got, the one that's on the actual the meeting spreadsheet.
It's an error by Tank.
Is it? Yeah, because I've got drawn number 4, so I'll be in Heat 1.
So obviously this draw obviously is not the draw that we're expecting.
No.
It says you there. It says you're drawn at 16 there, Shads.
No, this is the draw. Hang on a minute. Here's the draw. That's the one I got. The one I just put in chat.
Yeah, we got it differently on ours.
That's the draw. That's the draw that came out.
Yeah. So, but the one on screen is different to what we have. So
No, the one as it was drawn is the one I just put a link to. Because Baz was at number 8. I was at number 4.
Hopefully that will be rectified in a.
Well, the actual spreadsheet for the meeting in the forum is the one I just put up.
Yeah,
So that'll be the spreadsheet that's being used.
I think Tank's trying to rectify the situation. Heat 7 is a good one. Heat 7. Heppel, Cam, Wolfie, and Lango. Apparently, Sky doesn't exist.
That'll be because his number's not added on to the SCS
there we go.
workings.
There we go.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So that is the correct.
I'm looking at the standings. There's still chances for people to get into the top 11. There's still chance for people to get into the top 11. Brax have still got a good chance. A very good chance of getting him. Not sure about Bewitcher next season, if he's going to be around or not. Top 3 is pretty much done and dusted, isn't it? It is, because I can't catch up with Wolfie. Wolfie needs 7 points to finish second, ahead of Cappy, and Cappy's not riding. So Wolfie could probably finish second.
There you go, Sky. As if by magic. Well done,
Is
Tank.
he in now?
Yeah.
Well done.
So, it's been a bit of a long season for the SCS.
Hello.
Hello. I dip.
Dip your mic.
No, don't. It's entertaining.
Oh dear. So, of course, this meeting takes place at the same time as the BGP. So, hopefully, we'll have like updates from both matches during the event. So, we now move on to the league table of the SCS, which I believe has been just over. Where is it? There it is. So Mackinnon's clear out in front. He ain't going to be caught. I say between Cappy, Wolfie for second place. I think, of course, if Wolfie gets more than 7 points, he's going to be second place overall, which is good to see. Chance you can get close if you even with like a 21 pointer that I doubt you'll catch. Maybe. I don't know. Half the league took part, 27 riders, says Sky.
There's any doubt Wolfie's going to score 7 points. I think looking at his record in the past 4 rounds, I think he'll easily do that.
I agree. So, with that all being said, we have one more draw to do. And this is for this Sunday with the BLRC, the British League Riders Championship. I believe it taking place at Mildenhall?
Ipswich.
Ipswich.
That was me trying to pull your plonker.
Oh, you idiot.
And it worked.
It did. It did, didn't it? So Ipswich is the BLRC venue. So with that being said, with the draw, Tank, I believe you have that with you. So here's the draw for the BLRC. Starting off at number 1. will be Stephen 101. Taking his spot at number 2 will be Toretto. Riding at number 3 will be Wolfie.
Yeah. Wolfie is actually in instead of ads. It was meant to be ads, but as ads is available. So he's the next one in the averages for the Wolves.
Next up at number 4, completing Heat 1, will be Squall. Riding at 5 will be Hackney's Maxed. He's had a really good season this year. He goes in at number 5, joined in at number 6. Will be Shads.
Oh, hello.
Craig
How did I get in
and
there?
Steph. Craig and Steph.
How did I get in this?
Craig and Steph. Go on, Craig and Steph.
Yeah, I don't know who's more surprised, Sizzler or me.
Yeah.
Well, you
For
got
those who
Powers.
don't know, it's the top 2 from each team in the averages, and then the
This
second
shows how
highest
bad
2
the
riders.
rest of the team have been if I'm sitting in the averages.
I'm just trying to work out how Stephen 101, because Bobby and Stefan are in, and Rice Ryan and Dret Lotka were the next 2 highest
I
averages.
think it goes because there's 2 spots left in there because there's only 17, and it goes on the 2 next highest averages, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's Rice Ryan and Dret Lotka.
Oh, maybe
No.
one of them can't race. Oh, I don't know.
So number 8 will be Faithy. Number 9 will be Limo.
I think we're going to have 17 riders here. No, we're not. Tank's typing. Who are what?
Sizzler going in at number 10. And we got Racer Ryan going in at number 11.
It's because I've just worked it out. It's because Rice Ryan's got the second spot for the Spartans instead of DL Shaw, which means Stephen 101 moves up 1, I think.
So complicated.
Yeah.
That's the one.
So Craig goes in at number 12. Lotka goes in at number 13.
And we are hoping to screen this on Sunday. Hopefully.
Mm. So
If
Bobby
Ben, I
goes...
think
Just tap out a bit. Bobby's unavailable, so 101 places him as the next Cowboys rider. Dreadlockers at the invitation will now be the highest average in rider number 1. With 101 taking Cowboys spot, the next average means Mackinnon beats Cappy on tiebreaker at average bonus points. Wait on Mackinnon. 2 from Warriors and 2 for the Wolves. So Stefan goes in number 15, and Tank, you get number 16, my good sir. There we go.
Do we have a
But
referee for
Stephen-
this yet, Tank?
Yeah, Tank's.
Ben.
Well, Tank. I think Tank was referee, wasn't he?
Oh, okay.
I think he was, but he's riding now. So whether that's changed, I'm not sure.
Mm.
No, it's still him.
No,
So there we
Tank's put
go.
there. Bobby's unavailable, so Stephen 101 replaces him. But they were both in the draw.
Oh,
Yeah, whatever. I'll let Tank work it out.
I don't need this confusion in my life.
Brilliant. So the BLRC taking place at Ipswich. Hads, I'll bring you in first of all, mate, as a neutral here. What heat stands out for you?
I can't actually see. Hold on. 2 seconds. Because I can't see. Mr. Tanky needs to zoom in a little bit. There we go. Let's have a quick look. Heat
Yeah,
10.
Heat 10, yeah. Sky Rider, yeah.
Craig, Max,
Heat 10, yeah.
Stefan, and Toretto. Wow. Also saying
I'm just looking at
13.
Shad's heats.
13.
13.
Powis, Craig,
yeah.
Bobby, and Stephen.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, Toretto is on form, so
I don't even know what bike to use here. I've not even looked at the track yet. I didn't know I was riding till yesterday or early today. Because I offered it to Scotty. I felt bad about only joining the team like halfway through the season. So Scotty was sort of next in the average. I said to Scotty, does he want it? And he said, no, you have it. So reluctantly, I'm representing the Panthers.
you'll be all right, Shads. You'll be all right.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Tank's just put the race format in the chat there, if you can see that as well.
Race format. So the format meeting is be 20 heats. Top 2 go through the final. Riders finishing 3rd to 6th go in the semi-final. Top 2 qualify for the final. So it's essentially like the British League, the British final in proper speedway.
Yeah, it's very cutthroat, isn't it? Top 6 as well.
Mm. But we will have to see what happens on Sunday. Of course, should invite Phil Morris and show the GP and show how it should be done.
Tank's got his headset on, so you're all right.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, seeing that new format for next year, I mean, what the hell have they done? Crazy.
No
Yeah.
comment. It's
Absolutely no comment. Yeah, completely agree there. Ads. So, Shads, your thoughts on the BLRC?
I'm just there to have fun. Like I said, I've not seen the track, I've not looked at the track. I can't remember what bike to use there. It's purple, but I can't remember. I've not had like because it was a last minute decision. I didn't know I was going to be in it. I haven't practiced. I haven't done my usual week's practice when I'm racing in the meeting. We'll see. I might have a few laps later if anyone opens.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Sky predicted final is going to be Stefan, Toretto, Max, and Powis. Max, if he's on it, is a super rider. Okay, then we'll say we'll hopefully find out if we do get a screen share for Sunday, and of course you'll all be here first hand to hear it. But until then, I think we can potentially wrap up tonight's show. So I will say a good night to Tank.
Good night.
If he's good night. A good night to Shads.
Oh.
A good night to Hadlington.
good night, all. Cheerio.
And it's a good night from me, Chester. We'll see you all next week. All 4 back, episode 48. We're 2 away from 50. And it'll be the usual time of 8 o'clock, well, 8 p.m. ish. hoping no technical difficulties with Tank's laptop. All 4 back will be dropping onto YouTube on, I say tomorrow, 8 o'clock. So do stick around for that.
Dan, one thing, I got a message from Lango.
Yes.
We neglected to mention that Cowboys won the quadruple.
Oh yeah, all 4, didn't they? Yeah, pairs, 4, knockout cup, and the league.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I forgot about that. Sorry, Langers.
Plenty more episodes to talk about that, don't worry.
Oh yes, and on that bombshell, it's time for us to head off, and we will see you all. Hopefully, we'll see you all next week for all 4 back. So until then, guys, take care.
And it's good night from the dip. Yeehaw!
Good night, all.